Yes, anyone? Screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So remember unit number
Yes, sir.
3. Yes, unit number 3 is this. Actually, it is kinematic analysis only. In kinematic analysis, that is unit number 2. We seen analytical methods like basic analytical method of how to find velocity, displacement, velocity, and acceleration of different mechanisms by analytical methods in unit number 2. Various methods we discuss, like a simple analytical method, conventional analytical method by finding displacement equation, then velocity equation, differentiating, we get acceleration equation, like that. So we've seen that method, then we seen complex algebra, vector algebra, so different methods we seen, that is analytical methods we discuss in unit number 2. Unit number 3 is displacement, velocity, and acceleration analysis by graphical methods. Okay, visible to you, screen? Hello?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
No,
sorry,
sir.
but not visible?
No.
Hello?
Visible, sir.
I think PPT I shared to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay.
It's visible, so
If not visible, you just rejoin or you can refresh your connection. Okay. Okay. So in this unit particularly, that is unit number 3, we are going to discuss graphical methods. And of course, that graphical methods are used to find out displacement, velocity, and acceleration of different mechanisms. Okay. Is it clear what we are going to discuss in unit number 3? Hello.
yes, sir.
Yes,
What?
sir.
Yes. Anyone please reply? I just told you.
Yes, sir.
So it
Okay,
is a,
what?
we are going to discuss about kinematic analysis of mechanism of a graphical method.
Okay, that is what. So we are going to discuss graphical methods in this unit number 3. Now, I hope you know that there are different graphical methods are there. This is your syllabus of unit number 3. So kinematic analysis of mechanisms by graphical method. Displacement. First topic is displacement. This is our expectation in this unit. Displacement, velocity, and acceleration analysis of mechanism by relative velocity method. Remember, by relative velocity method, numericals on this mechanism up to 6 links. So it is expected that on this topic, that is first topic, which is relative velocity and acceleration analysis of mechanism by relative velocity method, a numerical up to 6 link can be asked. Then second one is instantaneous center of velocity and velocity, that is ICR method. So this topic is there. We need to discuss theory topic and then angular velocity ratio theorem derivation and statement, and we need to solve a numerical on this topic, that is by ICR up to again 6 links. And cleans construction is not there in this syllabus. In different cleans construction is one of the another method to get solution of this graphical method, but it is not in syllabus. So don't prepare that topic. And again, the fourth topic, that is Coriolis component of acceleration. So there are 4 methods basically. One is relative velocity method. Second one is ICR method. Third one is cleans construction, which is not in syllabus. And fourth one is Coriolis component of acceleration. Coriolis component of acceleration is asked only for theoretical treatment. So theory only we need to discuss in this unit. So if you see carefully, there are 2 methods we have to discuss. One is, yes, in our syllabus now, in COM syllabus, there are only 2 methods. One is relative velocity method, and second one is ICR method. So understand 2 methods we have to discuss by graphical way. Third method, only theoretical treatment. Clear syllabus?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So stick to the syllabus by considering less time we are having. So I will also stick to the syllabus point of view. In second unit, I take more topics like static dynamic force analysis I taken. Then I discuss simple pendulum, compound pendulum, bifilar, trifilar. That I discuss, but it's not in the syllabus. But even though I discussed that topic, but now we stick to the topic. So these 2 methods, relative velocity, ICR method, and Coriolis method only for theoretical treatment. This is our scope of the unit number 3. In practical, you can see here. Now see, even though there are no performance practicals, but you can do these practicals on your own. Once I complete theory part, you can draw this on sheets. Okay. If sheets are not available, I'm saying, due to all conditions by considering COVID-19, you can draw on a plain paper. So what to draw here? There are two assignments, which is part of the practical. Remember, these are assignments are not I'm saying on my own. These are the practical part. What is first assignment? To solve two problems on velocity and acceleration analysis using relative velocity and acceleration method. Okay. So we need to solve this relative velocity acceleration method problems. Two problems. That problem I will give to you. Which problems you have to solve? So that two problems you have to solve on a half imperial drawing sheet. The second assignment, second numerical is or second part is second assignment. I'm saying to solve two problems on ICR method. So how many problems you have to solve in each assignment?
Two problems.
Two problems. One that the first assignment is on relative velocity acceleration method. Second problem, second assignment is on ICR method. So two methods, two assignment. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
I told you scope of theory and scope of practical. So once you complete theory portion, you can draw these problems as a practice on a sheets, and that you can submit on Google Classroom. Okay, I will keep some space there for assignment submission, and of course every submission will be online now. Okay, I hope it is clear to you what topic is, what scope is of this unit number 3. So we start with basic concept now. First of all, tell me what is difference between absolute and relative. I hope I discussed in previous somewhere. Okay, tell me please. Suppose I want to find velocities, or I want to find acceleration. We must know the concept of relative and absolute. Yes or no? So tell me what is the difference between relative velocity and absolute velocity. Be interactive, I told you. Difference between relative and absolute velocity. Hello. Don't know?
So absolute velocity, it is observed in a same or same in every initial frame of reference, and relative velocity of an object is, we can say that it is the velocity of object with respect to any two frames of reference.
Your name, please.
Sagar Patil.
Okay. There is one information to you. See, there is one concept called mock oral. There is no time to take separate mock orals, but during lectures, when I ask questions, that is on your mock oral only, and I'll just record these sessions. So whenever you're answering, you tell your name so that I will get understand. Okay, this student is giving answers, and that is only your evaluation of mock oral. There may be separate mock orals, but this will also consider for evaluation. So when you're telling your answer, you're telling me your name, and I'll understand who is interactive. So try to understand, try to give answers maximum as you understand. Okay, Sagar, good. Any other answer? Difference between absolute and relative? No one know? You are in second year engineering now. And this is physics concept, not engineering concept basically. Yes?
So relative velocity is relative to other object.
Relative
It
to other
depends
object.
on.
Can anyone tell me
Kulkarni.
example, real life application, real life example of relative and absolute velocity?
Sir, two buses moving with different speeds.
Then
Then they have relative velocity with each other.
I define it now. Well, let's say bus A is there, bus B is there. Then I
Sir,
define velocity.
two trains are moving. Then train A and train has a specific speed, and train B has a another speed. Then it is called the relative velocity
Of what?
with train A to train B.
That is important. We need to define it ना. Okay. बाकी जे बोलत नाही त्यांसाठी सांगतो मी. Okay. मला आता ठीक आहे, हा फिजिक्सचा कन्सेप्ट तरी पण सांगतो. Let's understand as they yes please. These two people said there are two trains are moving, two buses are moving. There may be many things are moving in the world. Let's say there are two trains. Let's talk about this slide also. This is train A and another one is train B, let's say. Okay. Now tell me velocity, and someone is talking about speed now. Remember, there is difference between speed and velocity. हे पण समजून घ्या. Do you know the difference? Difference between speed and velocity?
Yes.
What it is? Yes, please.
Sir, speed is a distance upon time, and velocity is, I guess, displacement upon time.
Okay. Speed is scalar or vector?
Scalar.
Is scalar, velocity is vector.
Okay, velocity is vector. So there must be a difference. Remember, there is difference between distance and displacement. First thing, mechanics. There is difference between distance and displacement. Then there is difference between speed and velocity. Understand or not? So if you know distance and displacement, then you must know velocity and speed. So if I am differentiating distance with respect to time, what we will obtain? Yes, distance.
Speed. Speed.
Understand? Okay. Okay, then we get speed. And if I differentiate displacement with respect to time, then I get velocity. Example, I'm moving from, see, if I'm moving from Pune to Mumbai, and again I return back, then let's say Pune to Mumbai is 100 kilometer, and again Mumbai to Pune is 100 kilometer. So how much distance I cover?
200.
200. Okay. And how much displacement is? I return
Zero.
back.
Zero.
That's what basic. Yes, that's what basic difference. If I differentiate that distance with respect to time, I get speed. But if I differentiate velocity with displacement with respect to time, I'll get velocity. You must know this basic difference. Okay. Now what I'm talking about relative absolute. If I'm saying velocity of A, let's say the train or man or anyone. So velocity of A with respect to fixed origin, if I'm defining velocity of this A with respect to origin, fixed reference. I'm saying fixed reference. Let's say this is origin O here, or anywhere it is, okay. When I'm defining velocity of any object with respect to fixed reference, it is called as absolute velocity. Let's say velocity of A with respect to O is absolute velocity, VA. Velocity of B with respect to this origin fixed reference is VB. So when I'm defining velocity with respect to fixed reference, fixed frame of reference, it is called as the absolute velocity. But if I'm defining velocity of A with respect to another moving frame, let's say A with respect to B, which is also moving. So A is moving, B is moving. I'm defining velocity of A with respect to B or B with respect to A. In this case, velocity of A with respect to B, this slide is visible. I'm showing with arrows, pointers. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So velocity of A with respect to B or B with respect to A is called as a relative velocity. I hope it is clear. When I'm defining velocity of A with respect to any body with respect to another moving body, then it is called as a relative velocity. Understand or not? And if I'm defining velocity of A with respect to B, but if the B is fixed, then velocity is called as a absolute velocity. That's what is
absolute velocity.
Okay. Now let's say consider here. This is velocity of A, that is absolute velocity. This is velocity of B, that is VB. This marker is visible, cursor is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I hope it is visible now, this cursor. V and VB are there. Okay. Now, see what we are defining here. Now, to define this velocities, acceleration, displacement, we need vector. So, if I want to define velocity of A, I want to represent it by a vector quantity. So, let's say here, velocity of A is defined. See, this is what in the third diagram. This is velocity of A. I know it is. This is velocity of B. Assume that it is moving in this direction. Now, to draw this velocity of A, I consider vector OA, small letters OA. So, what is OA? OA is a vector to represent velocity. And whose velocity is represented by vector OA? Hello. OA represents whose velocity? Hello.
A.
Is written here, na?
Velocity of vector A.
Velocity of vector A. So OA represents velocity of vector A. Similarly, now see, this OB represents velocity of vector B. Understand? So
B.
Yes. So magnitude of this vector. Mute, please. Okay. So here OA and OB are the vectors. Now length of the vector is nothing but, yes, length of the vector OA is nothing but what? Magnitude of velocity. Okay. And now, so OA represents VA, OB represents VB. Now if I have to find out velocity of B with respect to A, then how to join? Yes. Join this. Let's say this is VA, this is VB. If I want to find relative velocity of B with respect to A, join these two vectors. So I join if I join velocity of B with respect to A, or I'm join VB and VA, then this vector, that is vector AB shown here, represents relative velocity vector. So this vector AB represents relative velocity vector. Now it may be defined as A with respect to B or B with respect to A. If I said VAB, now what VAB represents, tell me? This arrow and all. Hello. What
Velocity
B,
of A.
Velocity of
A
with respect to
B. Remember, when I write VAB, it means velocity of A with respect to B. Clear or not? VAB means velocity of yes. VAB means velocity of A with respect to
with
B
respect to B.
and acting from where? B to A. See the arrow. When I said VAB, it must be from B to A direction. But if I said VBA, then what is
A to
VBA? What it is? But call it as
Velocity of
B.
B with respect to A.
velocity of V
Of A to B.
Velocity of B with respect
Acting from A to B.
Okay. Velocity of B with respect to A, and acting from direction is from.
A to B. A to B.
A to B.
I think I just tried to told
A to
you
B.
what is base. Yes. Okay. Good. I just tried to told you what is basics of relative velocity, absolute velocity, how to represent velocity by a vector. So magnitude of vector represents length of the vector represents magnitude of the vector, and I'd shown you what is difference between VAB and VBA. So AB, that is if I starting from AB, I'm saying vector AB. Vector AB represents what? Tell me. Vector AB represents what?
Relative velocity.
Relative velocity with respect
Velocity,
to
velocity of A with respect to B.
Oh. Is it right? When I said AB, vector AB, starting from A towards B, meaning of this vector AB is A to B. Tail is A and head is B. This is A and this is B. Understand? Head समझूं क्या? AB.
Result.
अरे vector AB represents what?
Velocity B.
To A.
Force acting A to B.
What? Repeat please.
Force acting A to B.
Array, I am not talking about force till now. I'm talking about velocities. Don't involve force. Hello. Clear? Don't involve force here. I'm not saying force. I'm saying velocity. AB represents velocity of velocity of
B with respect to A.
B with respect to A. Keep in mind. Vector AB represents A to B. AB represents velocity of B with respect to A, and vector BA represents
A with respect to B. A to B.
yes. Okay, now see here. AB. Velocity of A with respect to B is given by vector BA, while velocity of B with respect to A is given by vector AB. Understand? Simple लक्षात ठेवा. If I'm saying velocity of A with respect to B, A with respect to B means acting from yes.
B to A.
Arrowhead. Keep in mind arrowhead. If it is A with respect to B, it must be B to A. Yes, see here. So now tell me please. I'm just showing arrowhead here. Let's say this is A and this is B. Now tell me what it is.
Vector BA.
It is velocity of yes
B.
B
BA.
Vector
BA.
B.
And opposite to this will be
AB.
opposite will be AB. Okay. Now see, I'm not going to discuss more topics, but I'm just going to discuss concepts. And I hope if you remember this concept, nothing is difficult for you. Okay. So I just told you about concept of relative velocity, absolute velocity. Now second point, motion of a link. My question to you is, in this link, I consider a link AB. I want to find velocity of B with respect to A. I want to find out velocity of B with respect to A. Now, what is direction of B with respect to A? First question.
A to B.
Yes.
A.
Array. Okay.
So repeat the question.
I'm saying there is one link. Understand the difference, huh? This two cases what we discussed is not same. Previously, see here, there are two different bodies I'm considering. A is different body. Let's say A is one train, B is another train. I am finding velocity. Understand what I'm saying? A and B are not on the same link. A and B are not on the same frame. In the first case we discussed. There are two trains. I'm finding velocity of A with respect to B, B with respect to A. That we know. That we know. This is just basics. Now we need to apply this. What I consider here, AB is one link, one rod, one, let's say any consider one bar, something. And A is one point on the link, B is another point on the link. I want to find velocity of B with respect to A. Direction of B with respect to A is, now tell me, direction of B with respect to A. Question is clear?
In the direction of omega.
In the direction of omega. Okay. But where?
Perpendicular to AB.
Perpendicular to AB. Perpendicular to AB. Okay. Any other answer?
It will be absolute velocity.
It will be absolute velocity.
So it will be angular velocity.
It will be angular velocity. Okay. Yes, any other? I want to find velocity of one point on link with respect to another point on link. That is my simple question. And assume it is rigid link, huh?
Sir, it is absolute velocity.
The answer is absolute velocity, sir.
Ah, yes, okay.
Rigid
Absolute, absolute velocity, but I tell me direction.
Yes.
Direction. Of course, assume that this
Clockwise.
point is, hello. Assume this point is fixed. Let's say, okay, this A point is fixed. Yes, it is perpendicular to
Perpendicular to AB.
Is it perpendicular to AB? Yes. Of course, I hope you know this. सगळ्यांना माहिती तुम्हाला. ज्यांना माहित नाही, those who don't know, it is perpendicular to AB. Just think about yourself, what you are doing. Just simple mechanics, simple physics it is. I request if you are not talking, please mute your mic. Okay. When you, if I ask some question and you want to answer, then only you can unmute yourself. Okay. Okay. Now tell me. So I'm talking here. A to B is there. Link is there. I want to find velocity of B with respect to A. It must be perpendicular to link. My question is why it must be perpendicular to link? Basics. Hello. Yes. Answer you can give by unmuting, okay? Don't worry about that.
For relative motion between two links.
Where there is relative motion? I said 2 points are there. B and
It is
A.
rigid, sir.
Yes, please. Repeat, please.
It's rigid, sir.
Ah, yes. So that are said, na? It is rigid link.
Sir, because both the points are on the same line.
Yes, please.
And it is rigid.
My question is, see, try to understand question, please. AB is rigid link, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know, rigid link means what? There will be no deformation. There is no displacement. Means, suppose AB distance is 10 meter. It will remain 10 only. Understand?
Yes, sir.
It will remain 10. It will not going to change. So I'm saying, in this case, if I want to find velocity of B with respect to A, you know that B with respect to A, this is velocity of B with respect to A, and this direction is perpendicular to this link. It must be perpendicular to link. My question is why it must be perpendicular to link?
Angular velocity.
Angular?
Velocity.
So, no. Any other? This is the topic of theory of motion, kinematics of motion. It must be physics part. Yes. You know this. You must know this. So this is your
tangential velocity.
No. Tangential velocity. I have not defined any other kind of velocity. Tangential, radial, nothing. Till now. आतापर्यंत it is defined केलेलं नाही मी काहीच. I just said velocity of B with respect to A. Relative velocity. Sorry, absolute velocity. So
Sir,
this
A is fixed point.
Okay.
So distance of AB is not going to change.
Then what happened? Right, you are right, best. What happened then?
Then there is no displacement.
Okay, then.
Then relative velocity is 0. Absolute velocity.
Absolute velocity will be 0. I said there is velocity. See, I ask you velocity of, I already told you there is velocity. Velocity of b with respect to a is there. This link is moving. Link is not stationary. Link is moving with some angular velocity omega. एक समझूंगा रे please. AB is rigid link. Understand? Let's say this B is rotating. This link AB is rotating about A with some angular velocity omega. Now I ask you what is linear velocity of B with respect to A. Second thing I told you, yes, of course, I don't know magnitude, let's say, but I know this magnitude, so direction of this velocity must be perpendicular to the link. My question to you is why it is perpendicular?
The possible motion in between
Yes.
A and B is same. It's rotating at a fixed point, so the relative motion.
Okay, so this is okay. Okay, good. Some those who are trying to answer, give answer.
Linear velocity will oppose the angular velocity. It should be in perpendicular.
Okay. Now see, there are different answers are coming, but I'm not satisfied with any answer. What I do is you have to post this answer to me on Google Classroom. I will provide some form to you, Google form to you. This is today's question: why this angular velocity of B with respect to A is perpendicular to link only? And you need to post your answer in that solution, in that space provided on Google Classroom. Okay. So try to find out this answer why it is perpendicular. This is interesting one. Okay. Can you find out this?
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying it is
Sir,
not.
because-
Yes, it is.
sir-
No. I now, okay, whatever answer you tell me either later on, because I don't want to waste time now. There will be 100 answers will come and I have to verify it. Sorry for that. But okay, you give me answer on written. You have to write that answer why it is. Explanation you have to write and you need to submit it on Google Classroom. Just for record point of view. I will check it, don't worry. Okay. So it is clear to you that velocity of B with respect to A must be perpendicular to link. Why? We'll see later on with your reference. Now see. So remember the point, whenever we are finding velocity of any one point on a link with respect to another point on a same link, it is always perpendicular to, yes, where? Always perpendicular to line joining these points. Line joining these points on a space diagram, or you can say configuration diagram. What space diagram, configuration diagram, we'll talk later. So this is what conclusion from this point. Whenever you're finding velocity of link, it must be perpendicular to, not link, I'm saying, velocity of point on a link, it must be perpendicular to that link. Similarly, now tell me, if I want to find velocity of C with respect to A, where it will be? Direction. Hello. Direction of C with respect to A.
A to C.
Yes.
A to C.
Wrong. See, A to C, why you are saying? I'm not saying, now see, this, I'm saying it is link, na? BA is link. And just what we discussed now. Just we discussed this, na? Conclusion. Whenever there are 2 points on a link, velocity of one point with respect to another point must be perpendicular to link. So there is no question of C to A or A to C. It must be perpendicular. Understand? Sorry. It must be perpendicular. Perpendicular to what? Hello. Perpendicular to what?
AC.
AC.
Perpendicular to AC. But now next question. Okay, it is perpendicular. Let's say it is here. Assume it is perpendicular. Okay. But where now? Is it toward this or it is toward this?
Sir,
In the direction of omega.
That is next concept. Even though it is perpendicular, but it must be in the direction of angular velocity. Understand? So this one is wrong and this one is right. Clear or not? This is velocity of B with respect to A. This is velocity of C with respect to A. Understand? Samajhte ka?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
my next question is, here we observe velocity of B with respect to A and velocity of C with respect to A, both are perpendicular to link and in direction of angular velocity. Second conclusion. First conclusion, perpendicular to link. Second one, yes. Hello. First one, perpendicular to link. Second one,
It always in direction of omega.
Direction of angular velocity.
direction of angular velocity of that
Direction
link.
of angular velocity.
Angular velocity.
Okay.
Omega.
Now my question to you is, tell me whether third concept, whether velocity of B with respect to A and velocity of C with respect to A will be same or different?
different, sir.
Different.
Again, same question. Why? Why it is different?
Sir, because distance between AB is different and AC is different.
Very good. So remember, third concept we are discussing now. Two are clear. Third one is, what about velocity of one point with respect to another point or a link? Its magnitude. So here, when I find velocity of B with respect to A, it is what? AB. Understand? It is vector AB. Yes or no?
Yes,
You
sir.
can see you can
Yes,
see
sir.
here. You can see this one is vector
Yes, sir.
representation.
Yes, sir.
You can see this one is vector representation. This is vector AB, and I'm saying velocity of B with respect to A. So B with respect to A means acting from, yes, please. Array
A
B
to B.
from where to where?
A to B.
A to B. So this is your
A
right.
to B.
Okay.
A to B.
Similarly, when I said velocity of C with respect to A, it must be acting from.
A to
A
C.
to C.
A to C.
Okay. Is it right like this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And this is AB. So you can see this one is shown here already. This is vector AB. Direction is like this, and this is vector AC. You can see now this vector AB or vector AC are used to represent, yes, what? Magnitude of velocity. So length of this vector AB is nothing but magnitude of velocity vector BA. Magnitude of velocity vector B with respect to A, while length of vector AC represents velocity of C with respect to A. Understand here? And it is given by omega into AB. How to find this vector length? It is nothing but omega into AB, angular velocity into actual length. So I have to draw this vector. To get this vector, I must know what is angular velocity and how much is the distance between that 2 points. So if I know angular velocity, if I know distance between that 2 points, I can get length of the vector. And length of the vector nothing but what? Hello, length of the vector nothing but magnitude of velocity. Understand? So here we see how
Yes,
to
sir.
find out magnitude of velocity vectors. Here it is magnitude, here also it is magnitude. Now tell me, here it is, omega is common, but AB and AC is not common. Yes or no? This AB and this AC is not same. Distance between AB and distance between AC is not same. It is different. Therefore,
Yes, sir.
magnitude of C with respect to A and magnitude of B with respect to A is not same, but it is different, and it depends upon what? Yes, it depends on what? Angular velocity and distance. As
Distance.
angular velocity is same, but distance is different, this velocity also different. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me, see, suppose you see what this one is. Actually, I take ratio of this VBA and VCA. So VCA upon VBA is nothing but what? AC upon AB. Just take ratio. Let's say equation number 1, or let's say equation number 2, and it is equation number 1. So I divide 2 by 1. So what you obtain here, it is equal to AC upon AB is equal to this. So what we conclude from this equation, tell me. What you understand from here? Just conclude, please. What you understand from this?
So
Yes.
that B divides the velocity vector in the same ratio. B divides the link.
Very good. Means what? There are two diagrams. See here. AB, that is capital AB represents what? Actual diagram. Link length. Capital AC represents what? Link length of AC. So AC upon AB, here you can see, AC upon AB is equal to this AC upon AB. Means what? This ratio of actual diagram and this vector diagram will be same. So C divides this vector AB in the same ratio as this C divides this link AB. Understand? This C divides this vector AB in the same ratio as this capital C divides this capital AB. Understand or not? They are in proportion. In the same ratio they will divide. This is what is theory of relative velocity, and how to find relative velocity of point, or velocity of one point with respect to another point, how much its magnitude is, where, how to find its direction. So it will be perpendicular to the link. Then how to find magnitude, that we discussed till now. It will be perpendicular to link and in the same direction of angular velocity. Clear to all? Hello?
Yes,
Clear
sir.
or not?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now just for 5 minutes, I'll just play one video to you to summarize our discussion. After that video we will end. Don't leave the meeting till I inform to you. Just go through this video carefully. The screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now see, I'm playing with audio. I'll also share to this link to you also. This is good animation actually. To get understand idea, this is summary of today's lecture. If you understand today's lecture, this video will be helpful to you. Okay. Shall I start? And tell me whether it is audible or not. Audible?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Audible, but
Not
not properly.
properly, sir.
Yes,
No,
please.
sir.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Video means audio of the original video. Is it audible?
No, sir. No. Not
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 properly.
properly,
properly,
sir.
sir.
Sir, it's
Not
audible but not very clear.
okay. If not, you may interrupt me in between. Okay, I'll just playing it.
The designer's real interest is variation of outlet link velocity for a specified inlet velocity. The interesting thing about velocity analysis is you can determine velocity of any link just by understanding two simple concepts. First concept. A rigid body cannot elongate or contract in any direction. That means if you take 2 points in a rigid body, it can have two different velocities. But velocity components parallel to the line connecting the points should be equal. If component velocity at point B is greater than A, then link will start elongating. If the case is opposite, link will start contracting. Both these cases are impossible, since this is a rigid body. So velocity components of both points should be equal. This means, if we subtract velocity of A from velocity of B, the relative velocity vector will have no component up to the connecting line. It will get cancelled. So relative velocity vector will be perpendicular to the connecting line. In short, concept 1 can be simplified as relative velocity between any 2 points in a rigid body should be perpendicular to the line connecting them. Second concept is applicable to mating surfaces. Mating pair of surface will never penetrate. This line represents common normal. The same point can have different velocity on different links. No penetration means velocity component of both the link velocities along common normal should be equal. If velocity component of 2 is less than velocity component of 1, then the surfaces will penetrate. If opposite is the case, surfaces will detach. Both these cases are not possible for mating surfaces. So velocity components of one and the other should be equal. Since velocity components take a vector difference of v1 and v2, it should have no component along the common normal. So the relative velocity should be perpendicular to common normal. Now we will apply these two concepts on different mechanisms to do velocity analysis. First is a 4-bar meter. We know the angular velocity and we want to find out outlet velocity. Here approach is simple. We will say that bar and metal cannot expand or contract. Since we know angular velocity of this link, we can easily find out angular to the direction of the line. But for point 2, we need only the direction of velocity. Here the first concept we learned comes for help. Since this bar cannot elongate or contract, relative velocity between these points should be perpendicular to each other, which will lead to magnitude of velocity.
म्यूट करा रे कोणतरी. हॅलो. कोणाचा ऑडिओ ऑन आहे रे?
गौरव म्हणून कोणतरी आहे.
गौरव सर.
गौरव पाटील.
यस सर.
बड़ा म्यूट करना.
velocity at point 2. From here, angular velocity of link can easily be deduced. Now consider this mechanism. We know angular velocity of this cam. We want to find out angular velocity of the second cam. This is the common normal at the time of mating. Consider the mating point, which lies on both the cams. We know velocity, direction, and magnitude of this point on first cam. But for second cam, we know only direction. Here, second concept we learned comes to help. Since the links cannot penetrate, relative velocity should be perpendicular to common normal. So we can find out magnitude of V2, which will lead to link angular velocity. Using same methodology, you can do velocity analysis of any other mechanism. Hope you got a good introduction to velocity analysis.
Okay, actually, if you're not able to understand it, see it once again. This is just about basics of velocity analysis. Now, based on this discussion, we need to start our topic, that is displacement, velocity, and acceleration analysis. For this, I prepared already one video on this topic. By considering time availability, I will share that video to you on YouTube. Already there is one channel on YouTube. I prepare kinematics of machinery channel. Okay, you can see here. This video I'm just already upload on that channel, which is prepared on last year. This is just one example, numerical, explained properly. I uploaded this video for last year batch. So I request you just go through this video carefully. I'm not going to repeat this topic later again. So today your task is just one question I ask you, that is why that per velocity of one point or another point, one point with respect to another point and a link is perpendicular to that link. This is my first question. You have to upload that answer, or you need to just go through that answer. Second one, you need to go through this video properly in your time. Tomorrow we'll start with, in our lecture, we start with question answer session on this, whether you understand or not. I'm not going to repeat this question, repeat this solution. I will start with new topic. Only question answer session. If you have doubts, I will discuss. Is it clear to all? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tomorrow I will discuss doubt on this. Yes, of course, if doubt is there, I will solve that. No, don't worry about that. But those who not prepare, you don't expect to repeat this topic. I will not repeat this. This is complete example I discuss starting from raw. Means I started with one example. What is input data? How to draw velocity diagram? How to draw acceleration diagram based on relative velocity method. And this is, if you understand this topic, you can draw directly sheet. Understand? So you have to go through this video.
Sir.
This is just 29 minutes video. Go through it, repeatedly see it if you don't understand, and complete this topic. Okay, understand this solution and everything. This is complete procedure discussed in this video. Today I just discussed basic topics, and I'm sharing video already shared on channel. Kinematics of machinery. You can search on that, kinematics of machinery by Ganesh Podse. You will get that. I think I shared videos on that topic only, so you know this channel. One more thing, just I want to highlight, as it is first lecture, I want to told you. Videos on next units, like next unit is what? You know, next unit is gears, gear train. That unit number 4, cam follower, synthesis are already there on this channel. तर ते सगळे व्हिडिओ आहेत, कारण सिलेबस सेमच आहे, टॉम अँड कॉम सेकंडरी सिलेबस. दिस इज कायनेमॅटिक्स ऑफ मशिनरी. The first units I uploaded here, and last video is here, relative velocity. This video you have to watch. दिसतंय का? स्क्रीन दिसतंय का?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
19th lecture पर्यंत 1 to 2 unit आहेत, and this third unit is from this one, relative velocity acceleration. Old video, but you refer for third unit. Start now. This is my YouTube channel. You can see here. Kinematics of machinery separate channel is there. The playlist is there. Here I am uploading videos on that. Second thing, there are topics. You can see the topic wise videos are there. Synthesis of mechanism unit number 4, gear train unit number 5, and cam followed unit number 6. Already all videos are uploaded. So you can't complaint la sir we don't have lectures and all these things. Material is available, you can start preparing. Upload hoil te hoil, but at the same time you can start preparing from these videos. Clear at all? Unit number 4, 5, 6 already uploaded. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So and this after now day by day I'm going to share these videos on kinematics of machinery channel. But already this channel is there. Ganesh Podse. You can see different playlists are there, and in that you can search topic. Tom 2 is different, Tom 1 is different, and now Com I'm uploading. Okay. So today you have to go through that video I shared on kinematics of machinery playlist. That is just from my point of view. I want to discuss with you. Anything you want to ask? Sorry for late because already 10 minutes late I started. Yes, you want to ask something? Hello? Okay, regarding attendance, I will try to take direct attendance. It is possible on my system, but if not, then those are present now. Already attended first lecture, first 2 lectures.
Yes, sir.
Anyone
Yes,
not,
sir.
not
Yes,
attended?
sir.
First, anyone not attended first 2 lectures?
Yes, sir.
Because
No, sir, I was not attending the lecture.
okay. Why I'm asking? Actually, I will take my separate attendance. But if that attendance not download, if there is any problem, then I will take attendance from Bhavne sir. That's what I'm saying. So slow Kostekar was not there. Okay, I will add your attendance. Don't worry. Anyone other?
Sir, me also.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.